Okay guys, welcome to our Start Strong freestyle training. It is Monday the 13th of November. I'm going to be hosting our Start Strong today, so if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. I'll do my best to keep an eye on that. And I'm just going to share all of my wisdom and tips that I have personally learned on my journey along the way. There's no doubt that I had many challenges along my journey in this business, particularly with my self-belief. And I definitely had to go to work on that area of my life to really grow and blossom in this business and in life in general. So what I really love about the network marketing model is I do truly believe that it allows you to access all of your potential and use all of your gifts in the world, no matter what they are. This is a model where you get to do that. And you definitely can't say that about every business and every job out there. And I think obviously this business has completely transformed our life on a financial level, but it truly is the growth as a person that is the greatest gift of all, no doubt, hands down, because the person I've become today because of this business, no one can take that away from me ever, and that's mine to keep. And no matter what happens in the future, I will always have that gift. So yeah, what I believe I'm capable of today is miles ahead of my belief 3 years ago. So I really, really hope that even if you don't have that self-belief, I didn't have it in the beginning, and if that's you, that you really lean on the support and the faith of your team, because they really do believe in you. They know what is possible before you may discover that for yourself. And if you're willing to immerse yourself in the culture and in that support of your team, then it really does make anything possible. So with that, I'm going to start by sharing the first two levels in our business. And I really recommend that you focus on what you need to know as you need to know it. You know, this is a real legitimate business. You guys paid $165 for a legitimate franchise with unlimited earning potential and basically zero overheads other than your $165. In fact, some of your phone bill and internet now becomes tax deductible because of this business, because obviously we do it online. So it's pretty cool from that aspect. But yeah, it's a real business. There's going to be a lot to learn. So be realistic about that. The great thing is it is your business. There's no expectation from us. We're here to support you in what you want. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, then you get to put it down and take a breath, and you get to assess, you know, are you taking on too many things at once? Are you trying to get through too many links? Are you, getting bogged down with training rather than getting in action? So if you get overwhelmed, the worst thing you can ever do is think this is too hard and call it quits, because you're calling it quits on building your dream life. And that really is the potential that you have in your hands right now. So let's start with that. So focusing on what you need to know as you need to know it. I would love you guys to really just lay everything down about the business and just focus on these first two steps that I'm going to share with you. As I said in the beginning, I had very little self-worth. So the thought of NMD, our pinnacle position, actually scared me and made me not want to do this business. And so what I needed to do was just focus on one step at a time, because I could see it was within the realm of my potential to just get to that first step. And the beauty of getting in action, that is how confidence grows. It doesn't grow by sitting on your hands and waiting until you feel confident. But if you dig deep within yourself, you know that you can achieve DBF. You know that you could achieve SDBF if your life depended on it. That is the truth. You know that's the truth, right? So if you just focus on that step, then your confidence will grow from getting in action and moving towards it. So we have our $165 franchise fee. It's the first time I'm using this big board, so make sure that I write in the right area. I'm sorry if it's back to front. I still haven't worked out whether it is or not. So it's $165 for your franchise fee. We also have our products, and our products have a point system associated to it. So it's not a dollar value, it's a point system. And I highly recommend that you write this down like we have it here, because they changed a little recently, and so I don't have them in my memory anymore. So we have them on a bit of paper, and it's just here in our computer screen. So whenever we're talking to someone or helping someone with their goals, it's right there, and we don't have to go hunting for it. So we have our premium, which is our fruit, veg, and berry blend capsules. And these are 371 points for Australia, 408 points if you're tuning in from New Zealand or you have New Zealand team or customers. We have our fruit and veg, which is equal to 236 points. If you're in New Zealand, that's 260. We have our 120 powders, which are 428 points. We have our 60 powders. These are our complete powders, which are 214 points. Sorry, I missed New Zealand here. That's 476 and 238 for this one. And then we have our Omega Blend capsules, and these are 181 points for Australia and 208 points for New Zealand. Now, this $165 franchise fee, we have a saying that if you can't afford this, then that is why you need this business. Like if you don't have, and I'm not making a judgment because I have lived my life where there are times that I have $10 to my name. But if you don't have $165 in savings or somewhere where you can utilize that to start your own business, that is why you need this business. Okay, so our excuses are our why. And what is the great thing about this, I have so much gratitude whenever I have to pay this annually. I'm never grumbling about it. I would pay it month to month if I had to, because I have been in traditional business and I can tell you it costs you a lot more than $165 of investment to open your business, and then you have the stress of having to earn enough money to keep it open, right? Because there's expenses month to month and it may not have unlimited earning potential. Whereas with Juice Plus for $165, it's unlimited earning potential and there are no other costs to your business, right? It's incredible. My traditional business cost us $25,000 a month to keep the doors open. Imagine that stress hanging over your head, right? So almost everything we earn from the beginning becomes profit. Now, you don't have to take the product. There's no monthly minimum orders that you need to achieve. We never have that stress. And when you reach a promotion, you never go backwards from that, right? I'm just going to open my door. Sorry, I said the internet was unstable. So you never go backwards from a promotion either, which is pretty cool. However, we recommend that you are a product of the product, because if you want to really share it and feel genuine and authentic and for people to be attracted to the mission that you're on, then you do have to live the mission. So it's my recommendation, but it's not a must. So I would personally recommend that you take premium and that you decide between 120 or 60 sachets, and then of course our new Omega blend. You know, if you were to get onto these three products, and which, by the way, the Omega blend I'm so excited about because it was the one nutrient that I had to recommend outside of our product line that I knew people needed on a daily basis. And I'm so excited that we just have the most incredible high quality one that I now get to recommend that's within our product line. So it's pretty amazing. So I do believe that these three things are really going to get you in your optimal health as well as your clients, obviously. So if you're able to get on to these three products, to try them for yourself, to build your own story is your best marketing tool ever, and it's free. So the sooner you live the mission with the program and the product, then the sooner you get to share that amazing story. Our first level that you want to focus on is called DBF, and DBF is equal to 1,000 points, any combination of product. If you do this within the first 10 days, which let's be honest, right? Let's say it's 3 lots of premium as an example. Let's be honest that if you really wanted to get to DBF in 10 days, you could absolutely make it happen. Okay, so it's not a question of can you, it's just a question of will you decide to. Now, if you do that in 10 days, the company is going to reward you with a $100 bonus on top of your retail commission. Now, to give you an example of what your retail commission would be with your bonus to share 3 premiums, on average, it's going to be about $280 back in your bank account. Okay, so you already are in front with what your initial investment was. Okay, so you're already in the green if we help you hit DBF. Now, if you were to try Premium 60 Powder and Omega Blend, you're already going to be on 766 points, I believe. Okay, so you can see you only need one more product. One more, whether it's your mum, your sister, your best friend, either they want to support you in your new business venture or they're really excited to come on board and get some changes with the program and with the product, you're already going to hit DVF because your own order counts. It's that simple. So people are hitting it in the first day or so, basically. Now, our next level, because this one is so easy, normally we don't like to bog you down with information, but this one is really easy. So the next level is called SDVF, and this is equal to 4,000 points. This 1,000 carries over, so we don't set back at 0, which is cool. So we've already got a head start. And as part of your structure now to promote, you need someone to come and link arms with you. So a virtual franchise, which is what you start out as. Just like you linked arms with the person who introduced you to this business, okay? And I promise you, you do not have to be one of those crazy friends who begs, who gets pushy, who tries to convince all their friends and loses their friends along the way. Please do not ever do that. If you're in Team FreeStyle, then you've got to play it cool, okay? So we never approached all our friends. We were not pushy. We were not convincing. And that is why you want to show up to team training and work yourself through the starter guide, because that is going to teach you how to create curiosity so that those who are looking for something invite you to share what it is that you do. And when you're invited to share, you feel completely comfortable and incredibly passionate because you're there to serve and help the person who has invited you to share. So your job is to create curiosity. Okay, so if you so SDVF is 4,000 points. If you do it in 40 days, the company is going to reward you with a $400 bonus. But this is where the teacher bonuses come into play also. So the person who taught you, who introduced you to the business and is teaching you and guiding you, they are also going to get a $400 bonus. These bonuses are unlimited. So if you're bringing on 1, 2, or 3 people right at the start, everything they do contributes to your 4,000. So that would be the easy way. There's a clue right there. The easy way to get to SDVF is to ensure that you're also finding team, not just customers. But if you were to find 1, 2, or 3 people right at the start, it's going to be easier to get there. But you're also going to have the opportunity to earn those teacher bonuses whenever your team hits that promotion as well. So I literally had a month where I had 5 people go SDVF in 1 month. How awesome is that? And I'm pretty sure I had some other bonuses in the same month because I remember it was a $10,000 month in bonuses alone. So our bonuses are that fun money and definitely something that's really rewarding about the business. Okay, let me think. Did I cover everything there? I'm pretty sure I did. My advice is that you get your calendar out tonight and that you mark your start date in the calendar, 10 days from your start date and 40 days from your start date, okay? Because they're your 2 fast track periods that you have, DVF and SDVF. And once again, it's your business. There is no pressure from us that this is something that you should achieve. But why would you not want to achieve $500 in bonuses plus your retail commission, which on average is $800 to $1,000 back in your bank account in those first 40 days. You know, and that is the power of this business, that $500 to $1,000. How would that change your life if that's what you were earning on a month-to-month basis? That is all I joined this business for in the beginning, was $1,000 a month. It was life-changing to me, the thought of $1,000. It felt like $1 million when I achieved it in my first month. When that $1,000 hit my bank account, I could not believe it. I felt so abundant. And it just gave me choices that I didn't have previous to that. It was so important to me and it inspired me to continue on in success. Now, I just want to share screen with you guys quickly, just in case we have some really new people here. And I want to show you what is available to you within Team FreeStyle, because we have so many resources there to help you start strong. All right. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this is our Team Freestyle page, which hopefully your upline has added you to. If they haven't, you can definitely ask them to do so. If you go into the photo albums, then you are going to find the Start Strong system. Okay, so if you're a leader, this is where you want to tag your new team and you want to check in on a day-to-day basis, 5 minutes a day. You want to check in with your new team for the first 40 days and help them get started strong. Help them through this system one step at a time. Remember, we don't want to overwhelm people with information. So you'll see that we have a step-by-step guide here for you, and all you want to do in your own timing is to start with one step at a time and watch the links that are provided for you. Okay, that is where you want to go. Now, when it comes to posting and sharing on social media, because getting in action is definitely how you are going to achieve those bonuses. And remember, action creates confidence and action creates passion. So getting caught up in doing too much training and watching too many links is not going to get you passionate, inspired, and confident in the business. But some other things that you can find here are our product testimonial videos, which will not only build your belief, but will also help with building the belief of your customers and potential team. We have the series of responses, which Lauren has given lots of incredible examples of exactly how to respond to interest. We have another freestyle training link, so as you go on your journey, almost anything you would ever feel challenged around in the business, you're going to find training links in here for that. We also have some other promotional posts that you can go to. You know, for Christmas is coming up, we've got our 14-day resets. If you're looking to promote things on social media, you can go and do that. This is our JBT customer information pack, okay? And we have most countries. We have the different pricing options for each country here. So this is something that you can send someone who insists on more information about the program, and there's a little bit of information about the product there also. And then just quickly to finish off, this is our JBT promo post album here, where you can literally find hundreds of promotional posts, many of which, not all, but many of them already have the recipe written out for you, okay? If you're on your computer, you can copy and paste from here. If you're on your phone, then I believe you need to copy and paste from the comments here. That's why I've also put it in the comments for you, okay? So you can copy and paste that for your post, but then you can personalize it, okay, so that it's unique to you and why you love the recipe. So there really is no excuse, no matter how busy you are, not to be adding value. So there's a very clear difference between trying to sell versus adding value. And we want you to add value. That way people will be inspired to follow you because they love all of the information and inspiration and recipes that you are sharing. There's also a bunch of product pictures here that I've personally taken, so you have the right to share these. Okay, you never want to copy someone else's picture without asking whether you can use those. Okay, so let me see if there's any questions here quickly, and then I'm going to move on to all of my tips for starting strong. So the berries, oh, someone already answered that, 135. Perfect. Okay, so as I said, I did not get started strong in this business. I had a lot of challenges. I had a lot of dummy spits. I quit about 5 times in my first month alone. I was very unresourceful. I blamed everybody for my lack of success in the first 6 months but myself. So I blamed Linda, I blamed Adam, I definitely blamed Juice Plus, I blamed the compensation plan, and I was justifying everything. I wasn't being teachable, I wasn't getting on team training, and I was just really clinging to any evidence, right? Because what we focus on, you will find evidence of. So if you want to focus on how something in this business doesn't work, you will find evidence to support that. So that's what I was doing, because that allowed me to cling to my comfort zone and not have to step up, take responsibility for my life and my business, and actually make change in my life. So I had a real impactful moment at my second conference where I had this massive shift. It was a very emotional shift, but it was just like I changed instantly and I've never looked back, but it was just a moment of enough was enough. I was so frustrated with how much I had stepped back in the shadows in my life, how much I had clung to my comfort zone, how little I had achieved in the past 10 years of my life, despite knowing the potential that I have. We all have unlimited potential. So I was very, very frustrated and angry at myself, really. And I just decided in that moment to accept responsibility, that it was my responsibility for where I was at, 100% on me. You know, things can happen to you in life that aren't in your control, but we get to control how we respond to those. So I took responsibility for where I was at, and I took responsibility for my future. And so that really shifted my perspective and what I focused on. I decided that I was going to be successful no matter what. Now, when you decide to be successful, it's a very different space to hoping and seeing what will happen. Okay, I hope I get to SDVF. I will bet you $500 that if that is your mentality, you will not get to SDVF. Okay, hoping and wishing is not deciding. They're two very different headspaces. Okay. Now, when you decide to be successful no matter what, you stop shifting the blame to everybody else, and you do what you need to do to be successful no matter what is happening in the environment around you, no matter what your team choose to do, whether they follow you or not, whether they're teachable or not. It doesn't get you down, and you continue to grow and move forward and look for ways to be successful. So I decided to be successful no matter what. So I shifted my focus. I stopped focusing on what I thought wasn't working, and I stopped looking for evidence to support that bullshit story. And I started looking for evidence to support why I could do this business, why it was an incredible opportunity, why anybody like myself could have success in this, because there was 1,000 stories around me at every conference I'd been to from people who had way bigger excuses than me, who have been successful at this business. Okay, so number one, take responsibility in this moment and decide. I'm not here to tell you if this is not for you. I am 100% okay with that. Okay, because it's for me, it's for the team that I'm helping, those who have their hand up. I'm there to help and serve them, and I know that this is not for everyone. But if you do have hope, what could this be for you? What could an extra $500 to $1,000? Now, it could be a lot more than that, but I know just that alone on a month-to-month basis is life-changing. Now, there's so many women in my team who are here for $1,000 a month. That's what they consistently earn. It allows them to do what they want to do, to be stay-at-home moms or have a travel fund, and they are 100% happy with this business being that for them. Okay, and then you've got people who want $5,000 a month and $10,000. That story is yours, and that vision is yours to create. But decide, do you really want this? Decide that you're going to be successful today. Stop wishing and hoping. Decide to grow through the challenges that will come up along your journey. Anything worth doing is going to have challenges. As I said, I had many challenges along the way. I didn't hit all my fast tracks. I didn't find an amazing team in the first month that wanted to rock it with me. I had a lot of team that came in and came out, and I still do today. Some will and some won't. You have to be unattached to the outcome. But when you decide to be successful, you know that you're going to go through those challenges no matter what, and that you're going to seek help, and you know that your business will grow only as much as you grow. So you take responsibility for growing on a month-to-month basis. So your most important ingredient in this business to be successful, what would make you decide? Is that vision? Is that desire? Is that hunger? We had a lot of pain in our life before this business, and quite frankly, I was sick to death of it. I could not go another month knowing that we were going to stress about how to pay our rent, stress about how to pay our staff, wonder if we're going to be able to put food on the table. Christmas coming up. Christmas used to be a nightmare for me. To have to sit down and try and justify who we would have to buy gifts for and who we could get away with not buying gifts for. What a crappy space to be in. That was my Christmases. My love language is giving gifts. So it was excruciatingly painful to not have the freedom to gift to who I want to gift to and buy what I think they would genuinely love rather than what's in the budget. And that's the Christmases that I get to have now because of this business. So they're so incredibly joyful because there aren't any limitations on me anymore. Okay, so for me, it was such a source of frustration and pain in my life, of financial stress, that is what gave me the hunger and drive to change my life, to move forward, to take responsibility and know that I was designing my future. And that was up to me. If I wanted to create something new and different and better for my life, it was 100% up to me. Now, we're your dream keepers. So if you have the hunger and desire, if you're going to choose success and make that decision, you have to make sure that you're linking arms with your upline, that you're sharing your desire and vision. You're allowing us to be your dream keeper, to hold you accountable and to pull you back to your stake in the ground when you're feeling shaky or you have a little bit of doubt, because, you know, just because you make the decision doesn't mean you're not going to face those challenges and doubts along the way. But that's what your team is there for, to raise you up in those moments. You know, think about the people in your life now. Did they raise you up when you have challenges? Do they keep you accountable to being something more, you know, to creating something more for your life? You know, do they help you through challenges in a resourceful way? That is what you're going to find from Team FreeStyle. You know, and whether it's your immediate upline or your upline's upline, there's always someone there to help you, who cares about your success, who are invested in your success. But it is your responsibility to put your hand up and let them know that you're 100% in and that you need that accountability and that support to lean on. Now, remember, the only reason why you don't have the life of your dreams right now is because of the bullshit stories you've been telling yourself, maybe for your whole life, that the stories you've been telling yourself of why you can't have the life of your dreams. So my stories before this business that I have run my entire life are: I'm just a mum, I'm shy, I'm introverted, and I would never be a career-driven woman. I have no idea about business. I'm not passionate about business. I don't want to know about business. I'm not a businesswoman. I'm just going to be a mum. I have told myself that story my entire life. And this business allowed me to rewrite my story. You know, why couldn't I be more than just a mum while still being a mum at its greatest potential? You know, I'm still a stay-at-home mum, and if anything, I'm more present and I'm leading by example in such a better way than I was before this business. You know, I've discovered that I can be career-driven and that I can be a business-minded woman, but not at the expense of my highest values, which are relationship, family, and health. You know, shy and introverted, I've gotten to rewrite that story, because the truth of the matter was that was just a BS story so that I could be lazy and stay in my comfort zone. Because yeah, it is uncomfortable to talk to people you don't know. So you can either create the story that discomfort is that I'm shy and introverted, or I can get out of my comfort zone and build the muscle of being able to create rapport with people that I don't know. And so that's what I do now. It doesn't mean that I don't have the feeling of doubt and nerves when I meet people I don't know. It's just I choose to face my fears and move through it. And the more I do it, the more I realize it's actually not that scary. And when you take an interest in someone, they appreciate you for it. And it actually becomes quite easy to communicate with someone that you don't know. Right? But you have to be willing to grow through the challenges and the stories that you have, to face them. Because most of the stories, you know, we believe that they are reality, but the truth is, it's all just a story, right? We make it our reality, but you can change that story in an instant if you really want to. It takes courage to make those changes. I'm certainly not going to say that it is easy. That is why your hunger is so important. But I promise you, I absolutely promise you, it is not a matter of your ability to change, okay? The success is not a matter of your ability. Every single one of you on here right now was born with unlimited potential, okay? It's our experiences that have shaped our view of that and skewed our view of that. But the truth is, you can do anything that you want, right? So it does take courage. It's not a matter of your ability. It's a matter of your inspiration. And that's why we keep coming back to your vision and why it is so incredibly important. Stop being so wishy-washy about it. Get clarity on what this could be for you. How would an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, an extra $1,000 a month, an extra $12,000 for the year, what would that do for you and your family? Okay, because I remember when I was out there in a 40-hour-a-week job earning my $500 a week, it was impossible to thrive on that kind of income. And I know how much an extra $1,000 a month would have meant to me in that moment before I had a family. And I certainly know how it's changed my life since. So pop in the chat box how that would change your life. Share, when you write it down, it becomes a lot more meaningful. It becomes a lot more real, especially when you're sharing it with a community of people. Okay, so share it in the comments as we're chatting. So you are the creator of your future right now. Accept responsibility. Step into that. Know that you are worthy. You are just as worthy as anyone to have abundance, to seek abundance. How many of you have such BS stories that seeking abundance, seeking more money means that you're a bad person? Okay, type me in the chat box if that is the bullshit money story that you have been brought up with, or you've grown up with, or you've chosen to attach yourself to, okay? Whether it helps you be in your comfort zone, or it means that all your family will continue to love you, because if none of you are thriving, you'll all be the same. But if you become successful, all of a sudden, will they still love you? I definitely had those stories. I remember my mum always talking under her breath about my uncle, who was a lot more wealthy, and he had 3 tubs of different flavors of connoisseur in his freezer, where we were lucky to maybe have Paul's when it was on sale for $2, and to her that was just a disgrace. That not only was he buying connoisseur, but he had 3 different flavors. That was the abundance of wealth he had, and she chose to attach a negative meaning to that. So I have grown up with that pressure as well, of not wanting to thrive if it means that my family might not love me anymore, which is just a BS story, right? And it's not our stuff anyway. It's their stuff they need to go through. But what are your BS stories? Because I believe that it is sinful, no matter what your beliefs are. You believe in the universe, you believe in God, you don't believe in any of it, whatever it is. What I know is the human experience is short, and we have unlimited opportunity. And I think that it is an absolute sin and disgrace for you not to live out your potential in your time here. If you can be more, then why on earth would you not seek to be more? If you can have more, then why on earth would you not seek to have more? Wealthy people have a different mindset. They know there's an abundance for everyone. No one misses out just because you seek abundance. Okay, in fact, when you have abundance, more people win, because when you have more, you can help more, whether that's on a financial front so that you can, give with charity or help your family. I feel good knowing that I can help my mom, who is a single working mum still in her 60s. So I'm going to be able to contribute and help her. I never would have been able to do that before this business. I was just trying to feed my family, right? Or whether from a time perspective, the fact that you have time freedom, you can help people with your time, right? So when you have more, you can give more. It is your responsibility to seek that. No one misses out. If you have abundance, people actually get to have more. And wealthy people, they have that mindset. Okay, so you have to be willing to work on a success mindset as well. So, work on those BS stories. You need to sit down and really ask yourself, what is money? What is money? What does having more money mean? Right? And ask yourself that question 10 times and see what comes up for you, whether it's a negative emotion. To me, money is freedom. Money is the ability to give. Money is magic moments with my kids. Money is time freedom. Okay, and not having money to me is stress and constraint, and not being able to live the life of my dreams, not being able to help people. It's a stressful relationship. It's worrying about every day. It's uncertainty. Okay, so this business can really help you move through that stuff in your life and give you that abundance so that you can live life according to your values. Money does not make you a bad person. It makes you more of the person you already are. If you are a kind-hearted, giving person, it will amplify that, because it will give you the ability to do that. If you are a bad person, then you will be more of a bad, selfish person, right? But we know that no one here is that. So money is a good thing. And then the other story that comes up for people is that, I like, how many of you, and you can pop me again in the chat, feel awkward or stressed out at the thought of when it comes to the prices, when you have to share, premium, how much is that? It's $122.10 per month over 4 months. Who like feels yucky in the tummy over that? That used to be me once again, right? I was so attached and I just felt so uncomfortable with that. But then I realized that this is my passion. I'm helping people. I have this amazing gift that is worth so much more than $122.10. Now, if you're watching the testimonial videos, I know that those people whose lives are transformed would spend a lot more money to have the rewards that they've had from being on the product and the program, right? The value is immense. What I also know is that people are going to go buy some crappy supplement that does not meet the quality of Juice Plus if they don't buy it from you. So, and if they go to Coles, no one is going to care about them and their results. So they get so much more value and care by purchasing it through you. And what is the difference between you and Coles? There is no difference. Any job you've ever had in your life is a sales job. Any job you have ever had in your life is a sales job. When you go to Coles and you take value, so you take your eggs, you have to exchange value back in the form of money. That is how the world works. Okay, so you have to be okay with that they're getting an amazing product. They need to exchange money for that, and they're getting immense value for it. Okay, so you don't need to question it. In fact, you should feel so damn proud that you are part of such an incredible mission, and every cent in your paycheck you are so proud of, because it is a direct reflection of the lives you are impacting. So remember, I said what you focus on is what is going to show up for you. So you can focus on the evidence that asking your friends to pay for an amazing product is bad, or you can focus on all of the ways you are adding value to them. And in fact, the people who earn the most money in the world add the most value. So if you're not happy with your financial status right now, it's because you're not adding enough value to the world. This is a way where you can start adding more value and helping people. So own that. Okay, own that today. If you feel that you can't own that right now in this moment from that one conversation, be willing to go to work on it, okay? So what does success take? The keys to success. So first of all, it's deciding 100%. You know, I've shared with you guys, I actually started this business when Adam did, and I think that might have been June 2014. I did a month, and then I said, no, I'm out. This is not for me. You know, it was so outside my comfort zone. And as I said, I was looking for all the evidence as to why this would never work. So I was constantly blaming head office and the compensation plan if something didn't go my way. So I'm like, I'm out. I don't trust it. I don't believe in it. I'm not doing this. And then in January 2015, my why got a whole lot bigger. Adam had had some proven success over that time, and I decided to dig really, really, really deep and really give this another go. But the first 6 months of that, I hadn't decided 100%. I really was I was probably 99% committed, to be honest. I really did have the desire, but I wasn't being teachable. I wasn't getting on team training. I wasn't truly committed, and I hadn't decided to be successful no matter what. And so that 99% with that 1% of doubt, that 1% of doubt kept poisoning my 99% of belief. Okay. And it was June 2015 where I had that aha moment where I took responsibility and something snapped inside of me, where I had more hunger and vision and belief than I ever had before. And I just decided with 100% on, and I was so focused on success. Okay. And my whole business shifted overnight. I all of a sudden became much more attractive, because would you join someone who wasn't completely certain? If you can sense uncertainty in someone who is asking you to join them, would you really want to join them? Okay, so I may not have known how I was going to be successful yet, but I knew that I was going to be successful. And that certainty was very attractive to people, because there's a lot of uncertainty in the world with relationships, jobs, security, finances. People are looking for leadership that is certain. Okay, people want to follow people. So get clear and decide 100% if you're in or out, because the wishing and hoping, remember, is not going to take you to success. It's not going to get you to NMD, that's for sure. The next key to success is to be teachable. And really, this is more about your team than it is about yourself, because if you really want to go all the way in this business, it can't be about you. You know, I get up every day and ask myself, if you want to ask how I got to NMD, it's because I got up every day and asked, who can I serve? You know, how can I be better? How can I show up more? Who has goals that I can help them achieve? The more you help people get what they want, the more you're going to get what you want. So if you're not teachable, then you block your entire team from being teachable, from a system that works, a system that has produced the fastest growing team in the world. You know, we modeled our system on people who went before us, who it was a proven method of success. You know, we are not disillusioned enough to think that when we first came into this business, although we'd been in business for a long time, we knew a lot about health, we certainly did not think that we knew how to do this better than people that went before us. You know, common sense would say that success leaves clues. And if you want to try and reinvent the wheel in a business model that you've never done before, I do think you are absolutely mad, okay? Because there are people that have gone before you who have done it faster than anyone in the world, following this system of success. Why would you want to go and make all the mistakes that we had to make along the way to develop this system? Why would you not want to just get on the success train with the system that works? Okay, so don't mess it up for your team who want to change their life. Be teachable, because your team will do what you do, okay? And I'm not saying that you can't bring your skills and gifts. What I'm saying is leave every knowledge that you think you have to the side, learn the system, and then ask yourself honestly, what can you bring to the table on top of that that adds value to that? If you try and do it the other way around, I promise you, you will unravel your success and you'll slow it down. It's not to say that you can't be successful. You're just going to take a lot longer to get there. The next one is be consistent. So I would take a team member who said to me, Kira, I've 100% decided on success. The only thing is I'm very time poor, but I can give you 20 minutes a day, every single day. I promise I'm going to show up for 20 minutes. Show me what the highest paying activities are to do with my 20 minutes every day. I would take that team member over someone who said, I've got one day a week, every Friday, I'm all yours. I've got the whole day to spend on Juice Plus. It's the stolen moments every day, that consistency of showing up, which creates the snowball effect. That little bit every day versus stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. If you don't have a consistent message on social media or when you're out and about, if you're not living the mission consistently, then once again, people are not going to be attracted to what it is that you do. Okay, so consistency is extremely important, especially if you're choosing to use social media as a platform to market the mission that you're on, because not everybody will see your posts every day. Not everybody is looking today for a health or a new business, okay, but maybe they are tomorrow, but you didn't post tomorrow, so they got attracted to someone else's post that day, right? So you have to be consistent without any attachment to the outcome. Okay, I quit 5 times in my first month because I was so attached to the outcome of every conversation. And that's madness, right? Because this business, this product is not for everyone. There's nothing, you know, some people don't like iPhones. I think they're crazy, but some people don't like iPhones. Am I going to take that personally because I love my iPhone? No, that would be stupid, right? So why would you take it personally if someone decides this is not for them? So you need to get over that right now today. You are absolutely going to get no's because that is normal, right? And so you've got to be okay with that. You've got to be excited about the no's because it's one step closer to a yes. That comes back to what you focus on will show up. I got to know, this was me in the beginning, I got to know it means that I'm crap, I'm embarrassed to do this, everyone's judging me, what are they thinking about me? Oh my goodness, I never want to get a no again. It's so scary getting a no. Now I'm doubting myself. I think I'm going to quit. See, I'm failing because I got a no. I could focus on that. Or I could focus on a no is closer to a yes. A no was another time to practice my skill and my craft of sharing what we have. A no is just another challenge that I get to grow through so I become better. Okay, you get to choose what the meaning is that you attach to that. So the last one in your keys to success is to plug in, because proximity is power. And if you stay close to the fire, your inspiration will burn bright. Okay, I know when someone is not plugging in because their attention span, their inspiration, their activity goes down, 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 down. If this was a $165,000 business to get into, tell me in the comments if you think that you might value just a little bit the leaders of that company to show up every Monday night for you to teach you how to get your $165,000 back and then make a living on top of that. Would that be something that you value? Do you think that would be something that would be smart, that you would plug in to the keys, the clues of success? Okay, not to say that Adam and I have all the answers, but we bring on as many leaders and people as possible to help train you and inspire you along the way. I absolutely do not believe that you'll be successful if you don't show up to team training. Now, Adam and I have done training traveling the world. You know, Adam's gotten up at 3 a.m. in New York and like crazy times wherever we go. And if we really, really can't get on team training, we organize someone for you. You know, we have kids as well. We have all the same excuses as you, but we have consistently shown up for 2.5 years to Monday night training. We've never missed it. We never will. No matter how successful we are, we will be here on Monday night team training forevermore. Okay, we are committed to you, but I can't make you show up. That is your responsibility. And I promise you, look, if you knew that you're going to earn $1,000 a month, would committing 2 hours every Monday of your time to learn how to do that at the best of your potential and maybe even grow that, you know, would that be worth it? I think even for $1,000 a month, it's worth it. Now, obviously you can go on and earn a lot more than that. Okay, but I promise you it's worth it. And it's not even just about this business. It's about who you will become by plugging into like-minded people who are on the same mission, who want to grow, who want to be more, who want to have more. That's what you will get from team training, because you are the average of your surrounds. And if you look around you at the surrounds of your community that you're currently in, your family, your community, we don't always get to choose the people that are in our life. It doesn't mean that we love them any less, but if we want to be more, we have to put ourselves in an environment where there's people who inspire us to grow. And you will get that from team training, and I promise you it'll impact every area of your life by getting on training. It will make every area of your life better. Okay, that is my promise to you. And that is, of course, if you put things in action. Okay, a few other little tips. Success is 100% your responsibility. I have zero responsibility in your success. I'm here to support you. I'm here to meet you halfway. I'm here to show you how to create success, as is your upline, but they cannot do it for you. And in fact, most teams do not have the training and support that Team FreeStyle have. They do not have the systems. They're all trying to find out what it is. Okay, so it is a blessing. Okay, it's not a guarantee for most people, so you definitely want to have gratitude for it rather than expectation. Appreciation over expectation will always make every area of your life better. Okay, so it's 100% your responsibility. It's not anybody else's. What else? So building beliefs. So for me, I'm not sure where, everyone will have something they need to go to work on, okay, in order to become more successful. The first area for me that was massively letting me down was my belief in the industry. So we have different areas of belief, and I really encourage you to write this down. I love it when I see you guys sitting here with pens. The people with pens in their hand and a note paper. Huge tick of approval from me. You are teachable, okay? You're getting in action. This really means something to you. So I just want to acknowledge you for that, okay? Some people might be writing on their phones, so good on you as well if that's how you operate. So building belief. So rate yourself out of 10 in your belief in the product Juice Plus. Rate yourself out of 10 in the company Juice Plus. Okay, so you're building a real business. You want to believe that the company is going to be around in 20 years' time so that you can enjoy the profits of your labor. Okay, Siri is participating. 10 out of 10, rate yourself out of 10 in your belief in the industry, so the industry of network marketing, and then rate yourself out of 10 in your self-belief. Now, the beauty of self-belief is you can fake that till you make it. It's something that you get in action, that you grow through, that you get from training, you know, many different areas. So that one's kind of, you know, most people will have some limitation around that. Not everyone, but a lot of you will. And we're here to help you with that. The thing that won't necessarily derail your success, because if you get in action, the confidence will come. But what will derail your success is if you have a really limited belief in the product, the company, or the industry. Because remember what I said about certainty being attractive. And so the most certain person always wins, okay? So in any conversation that you have, if you have doubt and uncertainty, if you come up against someone who tries to challenge you, you'll go into justifying and you'll feel very unsure, and you just will lose your power in that moment. And that's how I felt. I was really unsure to share this because I didn't want to go up against any neg ferrets. I didn't want people to judge me. For me, it was the belief in the industry. I had 10 out of 10 in the product and the company at that stage. So when I really decided to be successful, I knew straight away it was my job and responsibility to go to work on building belief where I had doubt. And so I became teachable, and it was actually very simple. And I can't believe I kicked myself for waiting so long to do this, but I went and watched the links like How to Build Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn and Rise of the Entrepreneur, and literally just How to Build Your Network Marketing Business. About 15 minutes into that, all of a sudden I had a 10 out of 10 belief. It just switched a light switch on for me. You know, I just really saw what an incredible opportunity this was. I acknowledged that every wealth creation expert in the world that I had been looking up to, like Tony Robbins, like Richard Branson, like Robert Kiyosaki, they all highly recommend, if not do, this business model. So if that's not a giant clue, then I don't know what is, right? Because these people are way smarter than probably all of us put together on this Zoom right now when it comes to wealth creation. So if they're recommending it, who on earth am I to say that this is, you know, not legit or a scam, or what is this? And what do people judge me? Like, who cares? This is an amazing opportunity that wealth creation experts are behind and recommend, and many of which do themselves, okay? So that was a big aha moment for me. Now, when I became so certain, I actually never got neg ferrets. I don't get neg ferrets. People are never negative on my stuff because my certainty is so strong. Why would they bother wasting their energy coming up against that? I also got in so much more action sharing this because I felt it was my responsibility to share with as many people as possible what an incredible gift this was. You know, I have the gift. People need me. I don't need them. I'm going to be successful no matter what. So all of a sudden, I'm not desperate in my activity, okay? I get to shine with inspiration and light, this amazing gift, and those who are looking come and seek that, rather than me trying to chase everyone with this half kind of certain story about what I think I'm doing. I'm very clear about what my vision is and who I can help and what my mission is, because my certainty is strong. So it is your responsibility to go to work on that, build the belief, okay? You really have to spend time on that. Just a few little things just to finish off with, just some things that I love. Like, first of all, make sure you're using your upline and your script book, okay? It's in your Start Strong system. You'll get to know those things, but make sure you're really linking arms with your upline. They should be helping you with your first few chats and how to respond and how to follow up. People buy where you're going, not where you are. So release the story right now that I can't share my story. I don't have a story. I'm not attractive because I'm not successful yet. None of us are when we first start. So how would anyone be successful if there was truth in that story? People buy the vision of where you're going. If you are certain about your mission, for example, my mission is to help mums be able to choose mum care instead of daycare. So give families that gift, that opportunity. My mission is to help people grow an income from home. Okay, that is my mission. I'm certain in that. I'm clear in that. I attract people who are looking for that. People will join me. People did join me in that mission before I had created success because the vision was strong. What else? People buy you, but not where you are. They buy where you are going. Massive action, getting massive action. The only way to win is to actually get in action. Don't hide behind the links. Don't try and learn your virtual office. It doesn't matter. All you need to know is how to put through an order. Talk less to more people. If you feel like you're talking a lot, you're talking too much. You could talk to 100 people this week or 100 people over 6 months. I want to have the business. that talk to 100 people in a week. The momentum of that versus someone over 6 months, I tell you, is going to be so much more powerful. Now, I'm not here to tell you how many people you have to talk to every week. It's your business. It's whatever you're comfortable with, but be realistic with what you want to create versus what you're willing to do, you know, and what kind of business you really want to have. Remember, you don't need people. They need you. You're the one with the gift. Be certain and strong in that knowledge, not needy that you need people, okay? That's not how it is. What else? Schedule your diary with the end in mind. So make sure that you're scheduling time out for yourself to nourish you every week, if not every day, even if it's for 10 minutes a day, okay? So make sure that you're nourishing yourself, that you're scheduling time for your family, for your husband, so people aren't resentful when you're working on this, okay, to create something more for your future. Make sure you're not neglecting the other important areas and values in your life. The TV, my challenge to you is to turn the TV off for the next 7 days when you start your business strong. You know, when I watch TV, it's as a reward a few nights a week after I've done my work, and you know, I feel good about it because I know that I'm utilizing my potential, that I'm adding value. I've done everything that, you know, I've set out for myself before I've gone and done that, and I don't spend a lot of time doing it. You know, a lot of people tell me I don't have time. Really, think about how much TV you watch every week and then tell me, do you have time to build a business? Okay, the television is the electronic income reducer. The more you watch, the less you earn. The more TV you watch, the less you are going to earn in life, okay? So that is my challenge to you. I promise you will feel better in yourself when you give the TV away. Even when I do sometimes, you know, watch TV, a couple of movies over the weekend, I find that it affects my emotional state, and not in a good way. Number one secret to success, is the ability to do things that scare you. Stop clinging to your comfort zone. That is the death zone. Be willing to face your fears. That is when your life will actually change, okay? And how do you get good at anything? No one is good at this business when they first start. How do you get good at it? You visualize every day. You know, what story are you creating for yourself? Rather than telling myself now that I'm shy, and I'm still a natural introvert, but rather than telling myself that, I tell myself I'm a boss babe. I'm an awesome networker. You know, I rewrite the story. I visualize what it is, who I want to become, what I want to have. Okay, and then practice, practice, practice. Get in action. Practice your craft. You're not going to be awesome in your first week in this business. You will have to fall down to learn how to get better, and that is completely okay. Every single leader before you has been through that. That's why we're here to support you. So hopefully you guys decided today. Let me know in the comments. Did you decide tonight or whenever you're watching this link that you're going to be successful no matter what? I love that I threw the TV away. People come to our house and they freak out because there's no TV in the living room. They're like, where's the TV? Why is there no TV? Well, people don't anymore because the people we surround ourselves with generally do the same thing. But it was really funny when we first did that. Okay, guys, love you. See you on the next training. The next training is amazing. I know you just spent an hour with me, but you do not want to miss the next training. I promise you, we have an amazing guest who is really going to help you go next level with your belief and to overcome your belief challenges. Thank you, everyone.